What's up, everybody? How we doing today? Break number 599 BD. We have a case of Bowman Chrome U basketball, Cooper Fly, Juju. We're gonna go chasing those two, and many more. We had a pretty good case last time. Not a lot of Cooper Flags, but I tell you, we shared the wealth with a lot of autos, a lot of good players. There it is. 12 boxes. Box number one. Let's go. Give me a Michaela Blakes. Okay. Michaela came out a lot last break. So hopefully. I'm not sure if it was one auto or two, but Michaela came out last break. All right, box one is almost ready. Here we go. Box number one. We need to pull a big Fletcher Lawyer for Purdue. Con Kamen and Kiki. Let's go. All right, here we go. That is Donovan Freeman on the Social Studies. Silver refractor of Billy Richmond III. Blue refractor of Drake Powell. X-fractor Jordan Gainey. That's an X-fractor of Kaman Malak for on the Social Studies. Acropolis of Boogie Fland. Acropolis of Boogie Fland. That is Facilitators of Juju Watkins. X-fractored of Clifford Omori. We got Con Canoopal base. We have a blue of Jelani Cambridge. Jelani Cambridge, that is 198 out of 199. 198 of 199. Our first auto is on card, and it is a campus visit of Sonia Citron. That is a Sonia Citron campus visit auto on card. Nice start for the Sonia Citron spot. Our first auto. First auto is a nice one. Nolan Traore on the Flash. X-Fractor of Darren Harris. That is Campus Icons of Carter Knox. Carter Knox. Refractor of Hannah Hidalgo. Blue Refractor of Jaden Atkins. Freddie DeLeon on the X-Fractor. Campus Icons X-Fractor of Boogie Fland. Nolan Traore on the Facilitators. Cooper Flag on the base. Acropolis of Nolan Traore on the refractor. X-Fractor of Kiki. There you go, Steven. Kiki Irafend on the X-Fractor. We got an Aqua. That is Sion James. Sion James, that is 175 out of 299. 299. We have a green. Maybe a green auto? Yes, it is for Tennessee. That's Jordan Gainey. Jordan Gainey on the green auto to 99. That is number 32 out of 99. Jordan Gainey. AJ Storr on the flash. Juju Watkins on the base. Latrell Wrightsell on the X-Fractor. And that, my friends, is box number 1. Box number 2. Have to fix the light. How do I have to fix the light? How come it's always you, Steven, that I have to fix the light for? What's wrong with the light? I've had it like this for 3 breaks today. 3 breaks on, 4 breaks on Tuesday or Thursday. I'm looking at it. Doesn't seem anything wrong with the light. You're always going to get glare if I put the pictures up. That's why I try and hold them straight. All right, box number 2. Here we go. Box number 2. Juju Watkins on the base. Facilitators of Mark Sears. X-Fractor of John Bowl. Blue Refractor of Donovan Freeman. That is a final exam auto of Michi Johnson for the Michi Johnson spot. Congratulations. That one is not numbered. That is an on-card auto. On-card auto. Flash of Ace Bailey. X-Fractor of Deron Reed. That is Kennedy Smith on the campus, Social Studies. Refractor of Xavier Booker. Aqua of Sarah Strong. Sarah Strong on the Aqua. That is 132 out of 299. 132 of 299. X-Fractor of Ace Bailey. Not much, Steven. What's going on with you, bud? What's wrong with my lighting? I was looking at the camera and it doesn't seem to be anything wrong. Mark Sears on the Facilitators X-Fractor. Acropolis of Jalil Bethia. Common Malik on the Flash Refractor. X-Fractor of Sonia Cintron. Green Scales of Josh Hubbard. Josh Hubbard on the green scale. Green scales are to 99, 75. 54 out of 75. 54 out of 75. It always reflects off the cards if I do this. But I try and keep them straight like this. So, yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, I try my best to always keep the cards up and down like this for you guys. You know that, buddy. Blue scale auto of Kylan Boswell. Kylan Boswell, that's a blue scale auto, 115 out of 150. 115 out of 150. Aiden Sherrill on the Social Studies. Sarah Strong on the Flash. I think that's gold. That is a gold Flash. 6 out of 50. 6 out of 50. That is Campus Icon Ace Bailey. Refractor of Jeremy Fears. Blue Refractor of Nolan Traore. Kylan Boswell on the X-Fractor. Ace Bailey on the X-Fractor. Langston Love on the X-Fractor. And that is the end of box number 2. There you go, Josh Hubbard for you, my friend. There you go. Nice. Box number 3. All right, box number 3. Concanoople on the Campus Icon. Refractor of Ace Bailey. We got a blue of Drake Powell. Drake Powell on the blue. That is true blue to 199. True blue to 199. X-Fractor of Billy Richmond III. X-Fractor Facilitator, that is Isaiah Evans. Got a flash of R.J. Jones. Concanoople on the X-Fractor. Purple of Jamari McDowell. Jamari McDowell, that is 244 out of 399. 244 out of 399. X-Fractor auto, not numbered, of Grant Nelson. Grant Nelson on the auto. Sarah Strong on the Social Studies. Aiden Sherrill on the X-Fractor. Facilitator of Cooper Flag. Michaela Blakes to finish off the first half. Social Studies of Dame Sar. Sonia Citron on the Refractor. Aqua of Dame Sar. Dame Sar to 299. That's 65 out of 299. 65 of 299. X-Fractor, Canyon Catchings. Boogie Fland on the Flash X-Fractor. Acropolis of Sarah Strong. Cooper Flag on the Refractor Campus Icons. Campus Icons, Cooper Flag Refractor. X-Fractor, Hannah Hidalgo. Ali Zybel on the blue refractor. Our next auto looks like a blue scales auto, and it is Drake Powell on the blue scale auto. That one is to 150. 138 out of 150 for Drake Powell spot. Flash of Cooper Flag. That is a flash of Cooper Flag. Jordan Lee on the X-Fractor. That is box number 3. Box number 4. 12 in total, Mimo. 12 in total. This is box number 4. 12 boxes, 24 autos. And last break we got a couple of extra autos, so that was nice. We like tops for those reasons. think we had 26 autos in the last case. We got 2 extra autos. This is box number 4. Box number 4. All right, box number 4, here we go. Flash of Kennedy Smith. Dame Sar on the refractor. We got an Aqua of Jeremy Fears. Jeremy Fears on the Aqua to 299. That is 83 out of 299. Deshaun Harris Smith X-Fractor. Acropolis X-Fractor of Jaleel Bethia. Asa Newell on the Social Studies. Deron Reed on the Refractor Social Studies. Dame Sar on the X-Fractor. Blue Refractor of Joyce Edwards. Auto is a refractor auto of Ace Bailey. Or base auto, excuse me. That's a base auto of Ace Bailey. Nice auto for the Ace Bailey spot. Trent Perry on the Facilitators. John Bull base jumped out of my hands because it stuck to the other card. Boogie Fland on the X-Fractor. Sorry about that, John Bull. That's Silas Swords on the Social Studies. Refractor of Sarah Strong. We have a blue of Jaden Atkins. Blue to 199. That's 148 out of 199. Sarah Strong on the X-Fractor. Kennedy Smith on the X-Fractor Social Studies. Campus Icons of Nolan Traore. Facilitators of Kiki Irfan. Juju Watkins base. Xavier Booker on the X-Fractor. We got a purple of Layden Blocker. Layden Blocker on the purple. That's the $3.99. 261 out of 399. Liam McNeely on the Flash. X-Fractor of Jeremy Fears. Cooper Flag on the rookie base, on the base. And our auto green auto. On the first, it's Patrick Ngongba. Patrick Ngongba. That is 93 of 99. 93 of 99, Patrick Ngongba. Box number 5. All right, box number 5. Hannah Hidalgo on the flash. Refractor of Michi Johnson. Blue refractor of Juju Watkins. Jelani Cambridge on the X-Fractor. Dame Sar on the Social Studies. Blue Facilitator of Cooper Flag. That is nice. 122 out of 150. Very nice hit for the Cooper Flag spot. First numbered flag that I've pulled in 2 cases. That's Liam McNeely on the Campus Icon. Patrick Ngongba on the X-Fractor. Purple to $3.99, Tamin Lipsy. Tamin Lipsy, that is 29 out of $3.99. That is Jordan Gainey. Jordan Gainey on the refractor auto. Nice hit for the Jordan Gainey spot. That's not numbered. LeBaron Filon on the facilitators. X-Fractor of Kate Koval. Give me a second, guys. All right. Derek Queen on the campus icons. Refractor of Kaylee Heckel. That's gold. That is Drake Powell gold to 50. Drake Powell 9 out of 50. Juju Watkins base. Fletcher Lawyer on the X-Fractor. Acropolis of Sarah Strong on the X-Fractor. Con Canoopel on the facilitators. Silas Swords on the Flash Refractor. Robert Wright on the X-Fractor. Aqua of Boogie Flan to 299. Boogie Flan, that's 199 out of 299. 199 out of 299. We have our Big Kahuna Auto. Big Kahuna Auto incoming. Dylan Harper on the Social Studies. Asa Newell on the X-Fractor. And our Big Kahuna Auto. How about Hannah Hidalgo, Big Kahuna Auto on card number 3. Hannah Hidalgo, Big Kahuna Auto. Congrats to the Hannah Hidalgo spot. This is box number 6. This is our halfway point. Box number 6. We've had 3 on-card autos in the first 5 boxes. Let's keep that kind of form going on the next 7. See if we can get a second Big Kahuna like we did last break. We got 2 Big Kahuna autos last break. Let's see if we can do it again this time. All right, box number 6. Here we go. Mark Sears on the Alabama emoji refractor. Alabama emoji refractor of Mark Sears. Jelani Cambridge on the social studies. Steel Venters on the refractor. Blue refractor of Aiden Holloway. Ali Zebel on the X-Fractor. Social Studies Sarah Strong on the X-Fractor. Audie Crooks on the Campus Icon. Acropolis of Ace Bailey. Donovan Freeman on the X-Fractor. We got a blue dragon scale of Zadie Lowry from Marquette, 11 out of 150. Zadie Lowry, 11 out of 150. Acropolis of Ace Bailey again. X-Fractor of Derek Queen. Our auto on this half. Another on-card auto. That is Robbie Avila. Robbie Avila on the Bowman University eye test auto. That is our 4th on-card auto. And our 4th different parallel or insert auto. Jaleel Bethea on the Flash. Juju. Johnny Broom on the Refractor. Katie Koval on the blue to 199. 93 out of 199. X-Fractor of Juju Watkins. Con Canoopel on the X-Fractor Campus Icon. Ahmad Noel on the Facilitators Gold. That is 50 out of 50 on the bookend. Cooper Flag on the rookie base. That's Flory Bedunga on the Refractor Campus Icon. Braden Smith X-Fractor. Purple to 399 of Michaela Blakes. That is 106 out of 399. Blue Dragon Scale Auto. That is Michaela Blake's also right there. That is to 150. 134 out of 150. Darren, there you go, buddy. Couple of back-to-backs for you. Facilitators of Robert Wright. X-Fractor of Emmanuel Sharp. And that is box number 6 in our halfway point. Box number 6. Box number 7. All right, box number 7. Box number 7. Liam McNeely on the social studies. We got a refractor of Kylan Boswell. Green of Joyce Edwards. That is a true green to 99. True green to 99. X-Fractor of Kaylee Heckle. X-Fractor LeBaron Filon on the campus icon. Facilitators of Dylan Harper. Simeon Wilcher on the X-Fractor. That's purple of Dennis Evans. Dennis Evans purple from GCU right here in Phoenix. 236 out of 399. 236 out of 399. That is Trent Perry on the autograph out of UCLA. Trent Perry spot gets an auto that is not numbered. That is Boogie Fland on the Flash. That's an X-Fractor of Michi Johnson. Campus icon of LeBaron Filon. Facilitator Isaiah Evans. Refractor of Langston Love. Blue refractor of Derek Queen. Diamond Johnson on the X-Fractor. That's Liam McNeely on the Social Studies X-Fractor. We have a blue Social Studies of Sarah Strong on the Yukon color match. That is 94 out of 150. 94 of 150 for the Sarah Strong spot. Raven Johnson on the Flash. X-Fractor of Steel Venters. That is a Aiden Holloway on the blue scales. That is to 150. 3 out of 150 on the Aiden Holloway. Gold to 50. It is Derek Queen on the auto. Gold auto. That is 42 out of 50. Derek Queen spot. Congratulations, Derek Queen spot to 50 on the auto. Cooper Flag on the base. Juju Watson on the campus icon. Johnny Broom on the X-Fractor. Box number 8. Box number 8. Box number 8. This is still sitting on 4 on-card autos. Let's try and hopefully get another Big Kahuna auto. Last break we had 1 male and 1 female Big Kahuna auto. That would be cool to do that again. Get 1 of each. Alright, here we go, guys. Box number 8. Facilitators of Hannah Hidalgo. Deron Reed on the refractor. Blue refractor of Braden Smith. X-fractor of Isaac McNeely. Juju Watkins on the base. Juju Watkins on the X-fractor icon, campus icon. Canoopel on the blue campus icon to 150. That is 101 out of 150 on the Canoopel. I'm probably saying that wrong, but you know what, guys? I don't know. That is Derek Queen on the Social Studies refractor. Trent Perry on the X-fractor. That is Patrick Ngongba. That is blue to 199. That is 119 out of 199. Diamond Johnson on the auto. Got a base auto of Diamond Johnson. For the Diamond Johnson spot. Boogie Fland on the campus icon. Prince Al-Jabi. Prince Ali. There's an Acropolis of Canoopel. Refractor of John Bull. Purple, that is Ryan Nebhard. Ryan Nebhard to 399. That is 252 out of 399. 252 out of 399. Robbie Avila on the X-fractor. Raven Johnson on the X-fractor Flash. Haman Malak on the refractor Social Studies. That is not a refractor on the Social Studies. That is Canyon Catchings on the Flash. RJ Jones on the X-fractor. Blue refractor of Emmanuel Sharp. Emmanuel Sharp, blue refractor. Cooper Flag on the rookie on the base. Drake Powell on the Social Studies. McKinley Randolph on the X-fractor. And our next auto is a green scale auto of Isaac McNeely. Isaac McNeely on the green scales. That is 21 out of 75. 21 of 75 on the auto. Box number 9. Box number 9. Here we go. Acropolis of Nolan Traore. X-Fractor of TJ Bamba, TJ Bamba. Juju on the base. Kennedy Smith on the blue refractor. AJ Store is our next auto. AJ Store. This one is not numbered. We got a flash of Grant Nelson. Grant Nelson on the flash. Sion James on the X-Fractor. That is a Flory Bedunga on the campus icon. Boogie Flan on the refractor. Purple to 399 of Liam McNeely. That is 321 out of 399. X-Fractor of Josh Hubbard. Aiden Sherrill on the X-Fractor. That's Social Studies. That is R.J. Jones on the blue flash. That is 58 out of 150. 58 of 150. That is Cooper Flag on the Acropolis. That is a refractor Acropolis of Cooper Flag. Anissa Morrow on the X-Fractor. We got a blue dragon scale of LeBaron Filon. LeBaron Filon, that is 31 out of 150. 31 of 150. There we go. on-card campus visit auto. Soon to be the number 1 pick in the draft, Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag auto. Hell yeah. That's sick. That is straight sick. Facilitators, Cannon catching. Cooper Flag on the X-Fractor. Silas Swords on the Flash. Refractor of Deshaun Harris-Smith. Blue refractor of Riley Kugel. Dylan Harper on the X-Fractor. X-Fractor of Ace Bailey on the Campus Icons. Derek Queen on the Social Studies. And Sarah Strong to finish off box number 9. Box number 10. Alright, final 3 boxes. This is box number 10. Box number 10, here we go. Juju Watkins base. Donovan Freeman on the Flash. Refractor of Cannon Catchings. Aqua of TJ Bomba. Keep wanting to say Mamba. That is to 299. That is 90 of 299. 90 of 299. X-Fractor of Joyce Edwards. Flash RJ Jones X-Fractor. Cooper Flag on the Social Studies. Grant Nelson on the Refractor Flash. That looks like an possible another big kahuna. Nope, maybe not. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just a blue refractor. It is. Zadie Lowry. Blue refractor. Because our autograph is T.J. Bamba. T.J. Bamba on the refractor auto. Not numbered. Ahmad Noel on the facilitators. Kennedy Smith X-Fractor. Nolan Traore X-Fractor. Asa Newell on the campus icons. Refractor of Jordan Lee. Green scales of Sion James to 75. Green scales 9 out of 75. Riley Kugo on the X-Fractor. Facilitators Hannah Hidalgo, X-Fractor. That is a blue flash of Cooper Flagg. A blue flash, 95 out of 150. It's our second Cooper Flash to 150. The other one was a Facilitators. That is Dame Sarr on the Flash. Trey Norman on the X-Fractor. Carter Knox to 399. That's 229 out of 399. 229 of 399 on the purple. Dennis Evans on the auto inscribed. This one's for the Dennis Evans spot. This is not numbered. I believe this is Dennis Evans' second auto. Looks like he drew a little dollar bill there. I don't know. Maybe it's only his first one. Carter Knox on the social studies. X-Fractor of Miro Little. And that is box number 10. Box number 11. All right, box number 11. After box 12, we'll do a full recap. All right, box number 11. Anissa Morrow on the Campus Icons. We got a refractor of Aiden Sherrill. Purple to 399 of Anor Boateng. Anor Boateng. That one is number 335 out of 399. 335 of 399. Anor Boateng X-Fractor. There's an Acropolis of Concanupal on the X-Fractor. That is Ace Bailey on the orange flash to 25. Our first orange of the break. 11 out of 25. And it's Ace Bailey. Congrats to the Ace Bailey spot. Asa Newell on the refractor social studies. X-fractor of Michaela Blakes. Blue refractor of Patrick Ngongba. That is Kylan Boswell. Kylan Boswell on the auto. It's a refractor auto, not numbered. Refractor auto. Juju Watkins on the base. Boogie Fland on the social studies. Carter Knox on the X-Fractor. You need a con auto. You got it. I'll try. Try my best. In the last break, we had a con Big Kahuna auto. So, hopefully we can follow that up with another one for you. Here we go. Carter Knox on the facilitators. Con Canupal on the silver refractor. We got gold of Emmanuel Sharp. 37 out of 50, Emmanuel Sharp. Tamin Lipsy on the X-Fractor. Drake Powell on the X-Fractor social studies. That is Trent Perry on the Flash non-refractor. I have no idea where the auto is. Ace Bailey on the social studies. Jamari McDowell on the X-Fractor. That is a Josh Hubbard to 299 on the Aqua Wave. That is 286 out of 299. Our next auto's got to be coming. There it is. Donovan Freeman on the Campus Icons. Ryan Nebhart on the X-Fractor. And our last auto of this box is John Bowl. John Bowl. And that is a sticker auto that is not numbered. We got one box to go. One box to go, folks. Two autos, one box. Here we go. Last box. That is the green auto right there. That is a green auto. I do not know what team. I just saw green auto. Try and save that for the end. All right, both autos are at the bottom of both stacks. All right, here we go. Last box. Good luck, everybody. That's an Acropolis of Juju Watkins. Juju Watkins on the Acropolis, not refractor. Refractor of Simeon Wilcher. Juju Watkins base. Blue refractor of Haman Malak. Drake Powell on the X-Fractor. Cooper Flag on the X-Fractor Flash. Ahmad Noel on the Flash. Cannon Catching on the Facilitator. Zadie Lowry on the X-Fractor. We have a green. That is Donovan Freeman on the True Green to 99. 31 out of 99 on the True Green. Alex Caraban on the Social Studies. Jaden Atkins on the X-Fractor. First auto of box number 12 is for Oregon, Jackson Shelstad. Jackson Shelstad, non-numbered auto. Our last stack. Here we go. Sonia Citron on the Facilitators. Diamond Johnson on the Refractor. Aqua of Deshaun Harris Smith. That is Aqua. I'm sorry, it's an Aqua Wave to 299. 168 out of 299. 168 of 299. Aiden Holloway on the X-Fractor. Cooper Flag on the X-Fractor Facilitators. Sarah Strong on the Flash. Jaleel Bethea on the social studies. X-Fractor of Haman Malak. That is Sonia Citron on the campus icons. LeBaron Filon on the X-Fractor. We got a blue refractor of LeBaron Filon. Our last few cards and our last auto. Last auto is behind Robbie Avila. It is a green auto. Green auto. And it's going to Arkansas. That is Carter Knox to 99. 40 out of 99. Carter Knox. Going to the Carter Knox spot. No Con Canoopel tonight. Alright, let me clear off some space here. And we will do our recap. You're welcome, Travis. You're welcome very much, bud. You can call me Big Dog. You can call me Mark. Just don't call me late for dinner. Recap time. Here we go. To $3.99. Also, please, guys, if you're still out there listening, if you skunk, please. And I don't think there were any skunks on the last one, but if you do skunk, please don't ask for a refund on your shipping. We will have to ship you something. All right, here we go. Anor Boateng, Carter Knox, Liam McNeely. Let me do something for it. There we go. All right, there you go, eBay. Now you can see a little bit closer up. Thanks, Steven. Appreciate you, big man. Dennis Evans, Michaela Blakes. We got Tamin Lipsy, Layden Blocker, and Jamari McDowell. To $2.99, Deshaun Harris, Josh Hubble, TJ Bamba, Boogie Flan, Jeremy Fears, Dame Sar, Sarah Strong, and Sione James. To $1.99, Patrick Gongba, Kate Koval, Jaden Atkins, Drake Powell, and Jelani Cambridge. To $150, LeBaron Filon, RJ Jones on the Flash, Con Canoopel on the campus icon, Aiden Holloway, Social Studies of Sarah Strong, Zade Lowry. We had facilitators of Cooper Flag and Cooper Flag on the Flash. These are the 99 on the True Green, Donovan Freeman and Joyce Edwards. Our green scales, we have Sione James, that's to 75, and Josh Hubble. Our golds to 50, Emmanuel Sharp, facilitator of Ahmad Noel, that's Drake Powell, and a gold, Sarah Strong. We had one orange to 25, that was Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey. Our autos, these are not numbered autos. Jackson Shelstad, John Bowl, Kylan Broswell, Dennis Evans, TJ Bamba, AJ Storr, Diamond Johnson, Trent Perry, Jordan Gainey, Ace Bailey, Grant Nelson. These are to $150. We got Michaela Blakes, Drake Powell, and Kylan Boswell. To 99 greens. We got Carter Knox, Patrick Ngongba, and Jordan Gainey. To 75 on the scale, green scales, we have Isaac McNeely. Gold to 50, we have Derek Queen. We have one emoji border of Alabama for Mark Sears on the emoji border. Mark Sears. We had a eye test auto of Robbie Avila. We had one final exam, and that one was for Michi Johnson. Michi Johnson passed his final exam on card auto. We had one campus visit. That was Sonia Citron. Well, actually, we had two campus visits, I'll be completely honest with you. But Sonia Citron was our first one. We then hit a big kahuna of Hannah Hidalgo. And our other campus visit was to Duke. And we visited the Cooper Flag spot. And we hit a nice Cooper Flag on card auto. There's our break, my friends. Hope you had a good time. Hope to see you next time. Have a great night, you guys. Peace.